Hey, welcome to the other comic book show. I'm your host, filling in for Bruce, Joe's Dolan. With us today, we got the beautiful Mama Bear. Got Matt down there, Heroes for Hire Comic Club, and we got Cali Comics. Thank you for joining today. We have a fun little show today. We have a fun one today, I think. Since my show got canceled on Friday because I lost power, I have a 60-page deck of MEGACON Orlando exclusives to look at. So we can kind of see what's going on there. I'm sure probably an equal amount will pop up this week as well, because that seems to be what happens at MEGACON. They unload a Fury and then unload another Fury the week of the actual convention itself. We're going to look at some pickups, look at what Bruce gave us in terms of our Flaming Hot 10 covers this week, some weekly comic book reviews. Bruce gave us 5 books this week. It was a lot of books, but they were all indies, so I was kind of happy. I made it through pretty easy. They were pretty easy reads for the most part. And we'll see what Bruce has up on the SPEC deck, which made me have to do a little extra homework today, which I'm never a fan of, but we'll do it anyway. Let's start with some pickups. How about that? Let's start with some pickups today. Who has some books? I guess I have a stack here, so I'll kind of start. I'll do my speed run here. So I did get my Curse of Cleaver County and all of the various covers of Curse of Cleaver County. Little Susperia. Little holofoil Sveta.
I like that.
Little regular Sveta. As always, I got some more Betty Page this week because I will always buy Betty Page anytime, anywhere. I don't know why this always does this. There we go. I picked up a little Super Thick Lucky's Tales, Tim Seeley's book from Keen Spot.
Nice.
As I have been saying for weeks, I will be picking up lots of Tigress Island, and I did pick up lots of Tigress Island. I had them all pre-ordered, so, and of course the Black Bag Luana Vecchio covers.
You're set. Nice.
Bought me a little G.I. Joe this week as well.
That's a sweet cover, dude.
I like a good
That
Snake
one's
Eyes
nice.
cover.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had bought 3, but I guess that's what happens when you like pre-order really early and then go back in to look at things again and forget whether you put it on your list already, and you just keep ordering something over and over. But such is life.
I'll do that.
The one Invincible crossover that I really liked.
Same here.
Little Marco. I did get Nectar. I got all the filthy covers that I can't show you. Little Rebecca Puebla on the Briar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice Virgin copy on that as well in the ratio. I just collect a lot of her stuff. I'm always a sucker for a good Archie cover, and it's a Dan DeCarlo cover, so I will take
Can't go wrong with DeCarlo.
it. The Lilith cover on Barbaric.
Ooh, that's hot. Damn.
Got my little Udon mail, little bit of egg pot. And then I got some weird stuff this week. Some old stuff. Some A1 Atomica big issue 0, little Flaming Carrot. I don't know why that keeps doing that. That is quite annoying. There we go. But it's a great cover, and I collect all things Flaming Carrot, so I will not knock that. Great Ray Lago cover on that. Picked up some old. I got 3 copies of Cosmic Sorcery. It's old zine. This is a Rich Buckner cover, but there's some Perez in here, some Neil Adams. There's some fun stuff in there from 1977, so that's fun. A little Sosa Micah on the Sonya, and little Visions number 2. This is the in here. This is signed and numbered by Bob Burden. And inside is the second appearance of Flaming Carrot
Brad.
from 1980. So that's what I had this week. Callie, what'd you pick up?
Hey, hey, let me. I got something I gotta get over here real quick.
Oh, nice.
I just got this.
Showing off
this
your
back.
MC gear. Or here.
Yeah, I just
Please
got
don't
this
go
back
into,
this
please
week,
do
so-
not go into biker bars wearing that thing. Those things, boys.
No, this is for comic stuff. I got Exorcism at Buckingham Palace. We'll be covering that one tonight, I believe, right?
Which I liked better than the original.
You guys know what this is?
Is that a dork? Which variant is that?
It's not it's the back cover, dude.
Oh,
I
it's
flipped
just
it around
back?
because I like
Oh.
it better. Yeah.
Ed is cool.
Where the rainbow in.
Ah,
Where does the
very
rainbow
good
in?
man.
Great
I
book.
made the boys read that the other week.
This is another one you should be reading. The Wrestling Heist.
Wrestle
by
Heist. He was
Kyle
on our
Stark.
friend's show. Yeah, Cal Sparks. He was on
Yeah,
our
that
buddy
one's
show.
funny.
Yeah.
And then I got Bleeding Hearts.
Ah,
Two.
nice.
Get the maid.
Oh,
Make
yes,
sure I
the
got the
Spears.
maid card.
Yeah, well, they made it easy since they showed the cards face out.
Yeah, it made it really easy. Got both of the
Oh, that's
ordains.
ordained.
And then I got something in the mail from a couple weeks back. I went to Stockton Con and got a commission done.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Little animal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that. That's nice.
That's all I got.
Sweet. I like it. That's some good pickups. What you got, Matt?
Joe, you're rubbing off on me. You got the bride still freeze. Too hot.
Oh, there you go. I still got a few of those floating
I'm gonna
around.
get him. Yeah, I'm gonna get him to sign that at HeroCon.
Did it come with the tape on it?
Yeah.
No, put the painter tape pasties on it. And from here on out, it's kind of old school. We got X Factor #1. Proof that Cyclops is a dick. X Factor #50. It's a McFarlane and Liefeld. I think McFarlane inked it because you can see the feet. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Corrected
I got
it, you mean?
the 26, the Homophiles. I got the
Nice.
cover AV for that too. You got Hulk 354.
Ooh.
Not the Gray Hulk. I got Tales of G.I. Joe #1. I'm trying to get all the reprints of G.I. Joe. I want to get the Treasure Edition, and they have like a little digest size one. We got it's a random Iron Man, but it's the Alex Ross cover, so that's
Yeah, it's
why I
Ross
got
cover.
it. We got some Man Thing here.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Man Thing.
Strange Tales Man Thing. That's a good series.
Then we got I got this whole run here of Spawn kills every Spawn. I got this from my friend Tony.
That's
Look at
fun.
ALK.
Oh, that's a cool X-Men homage. Days of
Yeah.
Future Past.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of funny covers.
That
People
was
love their
cool.
Spawn. It's one book I've never gotten into ever, but I always appreciate the fandom of Spawn fans.
Jason Favok. This is the Dollar Tree
Huh.
reprint. And then we got, of course, I have some Iron Fist. So
That one's cool.
Nice.
That's a Iron Fist 14 homage, ain't it?
sure is. He's like,
Oh yeah.
it's the art inside is not that great, but what can you do? But all right, that's I had some other stuff, but I can't find it, so I give up.
All righty. Let's see who's hanging out with us tonight. Gramps, what is up? Happy to have you there.
Pops.
Terry Floyd, what's up, buddy? It's always good to see you. Ed LeBeau hanging out. No nerdy. Nerdy's at MegaCon. He's heading down. He's heading down there and doing the party action all week, and then heading to MegaCon. So he's going to be having a blast down there. What's up, Jim? How you doing? Joshua Davis, welcome. Sarath, what's up? Good to see you as always. Missing Mars. Yes, we are all wishing Bruce well, so I can stop doing this show every Sunday. Comics Kid, welcome.
Yeah, get better.
Lots of well wishers
Or
out there
else.
for Bruce tonight. Luckily, Bruce is in the chat, keeping us company as well, so that's always great. Who else we got? Anyone else floating around here? Who am I missing? Anybody? Hey, John's with Comics and Friends. What's up? And good old Grumpy Gus. You knew you'd be hanging out. What's up? And I think that's about everybody. So Bruce had thrown a topic up there. I had asked him to tweak the topic a bit. The I guess discussion topic of the show is will all the FOMO for indie comics kind of hurt indie comics? You know, will it have a bad effect on indie comics downstream, either temporarily or in the long run? My feeling is I'm happy that indies are. Most of what I buy is indies. I don't buy a ton of DC. I don't buy a ton of Marvel. I definitely don't buy a ton of Marvel. So most of what I buy is indies. I'm always looking for indies. I'm always looking for interesting stuff. I like when there's attention on indies. Things are a little crazy right now, where it seems people are just out there grabbing anything, saying, "Oh, this is #1 coming out." Which, I mean, Image had that problem a while back, where it was like, "Hey, there's going to be an Image #1 out there," and everyone's rushing to grab it, rushing to flip it. I don't know. I worry that it has a possible bad downstream effect on indies temporarily after that bubble kind of bursts a little bit, of people realizing, hey, I'm rushing buying all these books and now I can't sell them for $30, or I can't get them at my LCS because people are coming in and grabbing a stack of them. And then publishers who might be asked to publish more start publishing more. And those small scale publishers, when that well dries up, yeah, we've seen a lot of small publishers fold in the past, who publish a lot of books, sometimes a lot of books that I like, because that well dries up, and then the LCSs are like, I'm not ordering all these anymore. So I don't know. What do you boys think?
I think it's definitely a double-edged sword. You got, on one side, you got new people coming in, right, and picking up books that have never picked up books, whether it be out of excitement or they want to flip. Either way, it's bringing them in. So on the other side of that sword, you have the guys that aren't getting the books, like you said, the loyal readers that are coming in and always reading. But what that causes those guys to do is think twice about how they collect, and they think, you know what, I might as well just start ordering books, because if this stuff keeps happening, I want to make sure that I get the books because I do read them and I don't want to pay $30 a cover. Yeah. So you have that end as well, where you get more people on the final order cutoff. You get more people in the shop. Yeah, it does phase out, but there are people who stick around, and there are people who get more into comics after it as well. So it's hit and miss. It's a double-edged sword, but in the end, it's good for comics, I feel, because if comic collectors, if we take this as a frustration, like, I can't get the comic, it's too expensive. For one, that's your fault, because you didn't get on it before it was expensive. Yeah. And for two, you're starting to gatekeep now by not wanting others to have the books, because
I mean, we pound the table every single week about, hey, pre-order these books. It's not hard to look at previews. There's enough sites out there that have previews that allow you to pre-order stuff, normally at a discount. If you're waiting to buy Nectar for $30 after it comes out that day, I see that turning off a lot of people, because they're like, well, I really want this book, and then they go and reach for it, and then they realize, a year from now, most of those books aren't worth much.
It's going to affect people, though, that don't even know what FOC means. They're just like, oh, it means Spock. What's Spock mean? You got new readers don't know what the fuck that even means. So it's going to turn them off eventually, because that's kind of what happened in the 90s. Like, people are like, oh, my retirement is secure now because I got 50 copies.
Yeah, I never fault anybody that wants the spec. I have no problem with people flipping books. if there's a market for it and somebody's willing to buy it, so be it. There's always two sides of a transaction. There's the buyer and the seller.
Yeah.
And if somebody's willing to, pay that amount and somebody's going to make a little bit of money off of it, so be it. I just feel bad downstream. Sometimes I think it kind of sours once that bubble pops. If it hurts some of those publishers that were banking or maybe start to extend themselves a little more because they see, oh, people are ordering all these indies. So let's start putting them out. And
maybe the quality control is not as great after that. Like we'll just approve any indie to come out. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got an idea about a lamp.
There's plenty. And there's plenty. Yeah. I mean, you could pick any given week and there's probably going to be, 10 new indies that are probably coming out that are below issue number 3 that are out there. But I don't know. I hope it shines a light on indies a little more, that more people expand themselves a little beyond reading Marvel and DC, because there is good stuff out there. There's also a lot of bad stuff out there, but you could say the same for Marvel and DC. But I hope the LCSs don't overextend themselves either in terms of buying everything and anything under the sun and starting to order anything, and then they have dead stock, and then they pull back and be like, well, we're not doing indies anymore. We're not getting a ton of indies.
I'll tell you a funny story though. The guy that owns my LCS, I was telling like a few weeks ago, because I'm on the show with you guys, and Bruce was telling us about the indie books, and we're in this community on YouTube. We know what's happened, like with Dork and all that. And now he's asking me. I said, you might want to check out that Dork. And he's like, man, I forgot to order that one. So now he's like messaging me going, hey, he was like messaging me like a few weeks ago. Should I get this Nectar book? It's like, yeah.
Read the synopsis. If the synopsis grabs you, grab the book.
Yeah. Well, I think that the Dead Teenager comes out this week, right?
Yep.
And I was like, I read the synopsis of the book. I'm like, dude, this is right up my alley. I'm getting this. So,
and that's
if you're trying to view it as monetarily, then I mean that's one side of collecting, but it's definitely not a part of
it's a different game. It is a completely different game.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I pre-order all of my stuff. All my new stuff is always pre-ordered months in advance, but I normally really only buy stuff that I find interesting.
Same here.
I mean, sometimes I have good taste and it does well. And it becomes a hit or becomes successful. But like Tigress Island, I had that pre-ordered quite a long time ago because I was going to buy it whether it was a hit or not a hit. I didn't care. It was something that had artists I like, kind of a crazy story I liked. I was going to buy it either way. So I still think you're good with buying what you like. I think the problem is when you start to overextend yourself.
What I buy because I like, though, usually what I like is not really going to like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think issue 326 of G.I. Joe Real American Hero is going to blow up tomorrow, but
it's something you enjoy. It's something that you buy, that you enjoy, that you'll read, that you'll look at and enjoy. Because I mean, really, when it comes down to it, I've got boxes all over the place here of books that they're not worth shit. They're probably dollar books now. Maybe they were hot at one point. Maybe they weren't hot at one point. But really, 90% of your collection is probably going to be dollar books when it comes down to it anyway. But if there's stories that you bought that you liked and you read and enjoyed, you got some enjoyment out of it. What scares me is when people start just buying everything, whether they're going to read it or not, and then they get pissed off that they have, short boxes and short box full of useless indies or, a bunch of stuff that's not worth anything. It's like, well, that's the hobby as well.
It's funny you say that though, Joe, because there is a ripple effect to these guys that come in and say they come in looking for Nectar, they come in looking for Dork. They can't find either one of those, so they think to themselves, well, which one of these books on the shelf might be another hit, and they'll grab that book, and that's good for our LCSs. As long as their shelves are empty from sales and not from lack of ordering, that's like where we want to be as a community.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had I had for the longest time I did not have an LCS that was close to me. The closest brick and mortar to me was about 35-minute drive. they finally opened one that was about 10 minutes from me, and I was jazzed. And granted, I pre-order all my books anyway, but I still liked to go into the shop. Just I like the experience of going into an LCS. He ordered mostly Marvel and DC stuff, a few indies here and there, but it was mostly Marvel and DC stuff. And it lasted like 7 months. I drove past the other day. It's gone. It's gone already. And there was so many books on the shelf. Even just the Marvel and DC stuff. There was so many books on the shelf. I don't understand how the brick and mortars stay in business sometimes.
Because especially when you got guys with savers and they're not picking up their savers, that really hurts them. They're investing in you and you're not fulfilling that promise.
That's what I always say, keep your word. If you're going to pull something, let them know when you're going to stop pulling it, and if you still got it in the box, you better. I try to get it unless he makes a mistake, puts something there I don't want. But that's very rarely happens. Sometimes he gets the wrong cover, though. That kind of makes me mad.
Do you guys think that indie has a better shield from things like this than, say, Marvel or DC? Because Marvel and DC are so wrapped up in themselves and in giant contracts, with conglomerates that, say, an indie company like Mad Cave, their story is a lot more investable. You know what I mean? Like, people from the outside.
It depends. I guess it all depends on how much they extend themselves, I guess, as well. But I mean, I guess they're basing everything off orders anyway. So, but if you start to get a few hot books, if you're Mad Cave and you get like 4 or 5 hot books in a row, and you start thinking, well, maybe I should bump up, and push out to all these others, and then you start budgeting based on thinking, hey, we're going to be selling 10,000 an issue for an indie. That's fine. 10 to 15,000. That's very respectable. And then all of a sudden that starts to collapse down to like 5,000, and you've budgeted out things for marketing all based on kind of a 10,000 distribution. I don't know. I don't know how some of the small ones work. I think a lot of those small publishers, some are probably very well run, and some are not well run at all. In terms of, we always think, hey, it's a comic publisher, they know what they're doing. But I don't think that's always the case either.
I think there's always going to be room for like stories that are outside the box. You know what I mean? Like everybody, we've already seen all the superheroes. There's some big world threat they got to save, or even like just the guys like Daredevil that are like stopping crime bosses and stuff in Hell's Kitchen. And but don't get me wrong, I'll always be a true believer. I'm a big superhero guy, but I think there's always going to be interest in people that want to get something like, okay, I'm tired of reading about Spider-Man or Superman. Let's go see what this cool indie book is. And like this week, we got some cool indie books to review. I thought that were pretty interesting premises, like that I don't think that Marvel or DC would even dream about doing. So
no, I agree, and I like different stuff, and I like. The collecting hobby is a big tent for comics. It is. There is something for everybody out there. If you want smut, there's smut. If you want fun kind of kiddie type indie books, there's that. If you want fantasy, there's fantasy. If you want superhero, there's a little something for everybody. That's why I'm not a big fan of like shitting on a book if it's not for me. That's fine. This is the type of hobby where you're allowed to have things that aren't for you, and that's okay. That might have its audience. It might not have its audience. If it doesn't have its audience, it's not going to succeed. If it does, it does. But I like the fact that, you can normally find something that hits, your lane with comics, no matter kind of who you are, which is nice.
Yeah.
Do you think if the bubble burst, it would be enough to bankrupt the indie scene, or do you think it would just put it back down where it's always been in everybody's minds, basically?
I don't think it'll bankrupt it, but I think
maybe a couple.
I worry more from like the LCS, like the downstream effect of like how many copies of Berserker 1 are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 million copies of that thing just floating out there, and you got LCSs that probably just got short boxes of Berserker 1s sitting in a warehouse somewhere. That always worries me. It's like an LCS is going to be like, hey, people are hitting on these indies. I better, and if it's bringing in business, then they start heavily, ordering more heavily, And then when that trails off a little bit, they're stuck with a bunch of dead stock that they can't get rid of. And I know people always yell at me for saying LCSs run on very thin margins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
They have to do other side hustles too, like buy and sell used video games and Magic cards and Dungeons and Dragons modules and stuff. And
Pokemon and Magic, dude.
And every LCS is different too. You'll have that LCS that has a ton of back stock, and you'll get diggers coming in there and buying books and buying back stock and stuff like that. And those are the type of LCSs I enjoy going to.
And
but there's a lot of LCSs that are like, hey, we get new comic book day stuff, and then here's a handful of short boxes of stuff from the past 2 months that we had to pull off the shelves and put in boxes, and that's all you have there. And then all the tchotchkes and stuff like that they sell.
Now there is it's not all sunshine and rainbows for Eddies. You know, like Dark Horse has had a bunch of shakeups here lately, and like
you'd have to put that in a book.
Yeah.
Like Mike Mignola's Hellboy stuff's probably the thing keeping them afloat. What do you think? I mean, I don't really know what Dark Horse has got besides that IP. Like they do some Star Wars books, and then like I've heard IDW's not doing that well. I don't know if that's true, but
you know what? I don't know. IDW, they've had those past few exclusives that have got some heat, which I appreciated. The Rocketeer one, the Zerty cover. They had the Vecchio on the Smile cover. You know, I think that the Suspiria cover. So they're trying, I guess. But you know, I mean, some of the books are generating a little bit of heat. But like I said, I don't know how many books you have to have generate heat to keep yourself afloat.
I've heard stories like what Bruce was talking about. People going to LCS and be like, "Oh, you're buying that X-Men book, really? Like, what's on your shelf? You know, it's on your shelf. So maybe you should be like, hey, oh, you're buying X-Men, so you liked it? That's cool." Like, so some of them are kind of
some LCS owners are some of the orneriest people that I've ever run into as well. there's some cantankerous LCS owners out there, and then there's some that are great. They want to just chat with you, talk about what you're buying and stuff like that.
Now,
I never understand why they're not all like that, because you're like, I want to know what people want that are coming into my store so that I can buy those things.
My shop owner is great though. He'll message me when my book's going to go, did you want this cover? And he'll show me something else, like, you know, but he knows I'm one of those guys. I'm like the whale that goes in the casino though, and they comp him a room because he knows I'm going to drop like $100 when I go in. So he sees me coming, like, you know, I'm like, I got the big fish coming in today. So, but like, he is really cool though, and he'll sit there and talk to you, and he doesn't like, just because like I was saying, like if you're the LCS owner, you don't, just because you don't like what's going on X-Men. I know a lot of people don't it too, but if somebody does, don't be like, man, I can't believe you're still reading that, because you're going to like turn people off, you know.
My question is,
what would you do? If you were the writer, what would you do? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, shut the hell up then, dude. Who cares?
I just want to know from the people that are reading and enjoying it, what are you enjoying about it? What is making you read it? Because that's more so than I don't like it. I'm more curious about what makes you like it that's in there.
Yeah, well,
everybody hated the Hickman stuff, but I loved how he tied everything together with Moira. Moira was the center. It all revolved around her now. So every world that's gone through with the X-Men and stuff, it's gone through her, and it's all connected now. I liked it.
Yeah, they didn't give him enough time to cook either with that either. You know, they kind of
I'm sorry, that was like 72 issues. What do you mean he didn't have time to cook, bro?
That's Hickman though. That's
yeah.
Hickman needs like 138.
120.
Yeah. issues to cook, Callie. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he doesn't go small. He goes very, very big. So
yes,
I don't know.
Yes,
we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, I'm happy that there's a lot of light being shined on indies now. I hope people aren't getting back into that. I'm going to put my kids through college because I got 25 copies of Nectar. You know,
they read it. You know, and they're like,
and Nectar's a beautiful book.
Maybe comics are good.
Yeah, you know, but like I say, I don't know, the speculative side. I don't know. I don't sell a ton of books. I don't pay too much. You know, I'm happy if a book. Hey, I pre-ordered a bunch of these books for, you know, less than $5, and they're selling on eBay for $30. That's nice. It's nice. I'm still probably not going to probably list them and sell them because I'm lazy. And it's just what it is. I'm too lazy to deal with the headache of all that.
Yeah. I think Walking Dead has really like ingrained it into a lot of older collectors' brains. Don't miss out on the latest indie that Walking Dead. So there's a lot of that mentality still too.
There and something is killing the children. All those. There's a lot of that, that goes back and forth. Oh, sorry, I have a phone ringing. There's a lot of that goes back and forth. That people will go back to like, well, remember that indie that was whatever, but that doesn't work for all indies. It works for a very few number of. I mean, even something that was killing the children had a big dip after a while. I mean, it went up really well and held for a while, which was unusual. And a lot of the books outside of a number one. But I mean, look, the beauty is a series on FX.
Yeah,
those books aren't worth a ton of money.
They went.
Yeah, I mean, even Revival. You could pick up all those fantastic Jenny Frison covers. You could still go pick them up relatively reasonably. It didn't go crazy. I mean, even Deadly Class, which is one of my favorite books. Love the series. Was pissed when it was canceled. Umbrella Academy as well. Like, there's all those series that are indie series. Maybe issue 1A cover holds some value. But most of the other ones tend to fall off. Walking Dead was an aberration because it lasted for a long time. People loved the comic. And then the series was huge and spun off. And it was in the
It was a good snowball, man. It was a really good snowball that just kept building.
You're not going to get that with most indies in terms of being able to stay in the forefront of pop culture. So
yeah, definitely. And I think
I loved Revival. Bruce said Revival was good too. Yes, and Revival was a good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the comic. I enjoyed the show. The Beauty had its moments, but I still kind of enjoyed it. But like I said, it's not necessarily going to make those books every run in the book $100 book. It's just not going to happen. So. Just be careful out there, kids. That's I guess my only word of advice out there. Just be careful.
So what's your verdict? Will it ruin the indies?
I don't think it will. I think it might. Everything you've been around enough. Everything's an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Everything
There's
has
always another current
hot moment. Yeah, and then everything cools off a bit. And then it comes back, and then it goes down, and then it goes back, and you have your expansion and contraction in terms of number of titles and stuff like that. You'll probably lose a few indie publishers here and there if they overextend themselves, maybe, or maybe it gets some more readers in there and helps prop up the industry for a little bit longer in that indie side. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy people are looking at indies more now. Hopefully, more LCSs will think about buying not 100 copies of every indie title, but maybe putting a few more on the shelves if they're
maybe like 50 Marvel less DC Spider-Mans a month,
Yeah. I mean, you don't need, I mean, granted, if the Spider-Man's selling, buy it, put it on the shelf, but I refuse to believe that much of that stuff is always selling.
250 copies a month? I don't think so, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So
a lot of people are just completing their run.
They're
doing it for the variants. I swear, some of these shops are just
people want ratios. People want and they want to qualify. But
that's true.
We'll see. Like I said, I my fingers crossed that indies will go on. The indie market's not going to die. It's been a part of comics for years and years and years. It'll continue to be a part of comics for years and years and years. Like I said, just don't be planning your retirement or children's college fund on buying spec indie books the day they come out.
Yeah, and
unless you're really good at timing.
Bleed into like Kickstarter and things like that so easily too. Like say Mad Cave, just using them for example. Say they went under. There's a lot of creative people in the teams. They can do their own Kickstarters and build off of their old books like really easily.
Although what you will find is we had Garrett Gunn a few weeks ago on our show who does Cleaver County. And he did a ton of stuff for Source Point Press. They had him doing one-shots left and right. He did a ton of one-shots, which is all his own creations of all these one-shot comics. But Source Point owns the rights to them. Source Point goes under, and he has to go buy the rights if he wants to take it to Kickstarter and do something with it. And that's what he actually did with one of the titles. He had to buy the rights from Source Point to then go do it. So that becomes problematic as well. I'm sure maybe there's some better agreements with some of the indie publishers in terms of future rights for characters you create. But I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, you got to get that Kirkman deal, part owner.
Yep. Or like I said, you have one of those publishers where it's like, okay, you can own the rights to your creation and carry it wherever, do whatever you want to do with it. But those are.
I mean, Terry's right too. That could probably solve everybody's problems, but
that's 75% of the Kickstarters. That's that's what floats the Kickstarter market.
Say, for the Gooners.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because that's a majority of my books. All right, well, that was fun. I think we probably beat that one into the ground about as much as it is. But like I said, come on, indie books. I don't want to see them go away. I like seeing new creators and younger creators be able to bring whatever they want, or the big creators from Marvel and DC that have cool ideas be able to go to an indie and have their idea put on. I mean, like I said, I read Tinian, Justice League Dark and Batman and everything else. I love the fact that he can go off and do Something Is Killing the Children and all the other titles that he did, which are,
come back too.
Yeah. And then come back, so hopefully we get more to a creator verse of having these creators have a little more control within the market.
I wish they could take their characters and, go through all of them. Okay. So I'll just use Rob Liefeld for an example. He claims Deadpool is his. Imagine if he could take Deadpool to any comic he wanted and just like work there and use his character in that comic. No problems, no licensing issues. No, you know what I mean?
It would be crazy. It would be a little nuts, but it would be fun. It would be fun.
Yeah, because then you'd be like wondering what people are gonna do when they get together. Like say Scott Snyder got together with Todd McFarlane, and you're like, what are these guys gonna do? The characters that they own, like the works that they can put together.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities there, almost endless possibilities.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. All right, I do not have a Joe's Doolin Says So this week, but I do have my looking ahead list from my Friday show since I didn't get to do it. So these are my 3 looking ahead books. Something is Killing the Children 47. There's a Boom Direct Reserve Ito cover that is coming out, which is gorgeous. I love Ito's work. It's just a beautiful cover. Boom Reserves are always, it's one of those things you're not going to get it on previews. You got to keep going to Boom's site until they actually drop it. But they're normally pretty reasonable. Boom ships pretty fast. And it's an Ito cover, and I love Ito stuff. Of course, Jenny's still killing it with the Hello Darkness covers. I do like the Hello Darkness 21, the cover B. It's a fun little Jenny cover. Still Jenny, but something slightly different. And for all you Ghost Pepper fans, there is a Ghost Pepper 11 Jay Ancoletto 1 in 25 variant that is very, very nice. Feels very Hughesy.
It does.
Yeah. I've been enjoying Ghost Pepper, and there have been some fun covers on it. It's a fun story. And now that we're getting further into it, sometimes those ratios get a little harder to get because I don't know how many LCSs are still buying 25 copies of the open order covers of Ghost Pepper. So, and I also added my tops and tails from my show as well. There is a Kickstarter out there called Evil is a Weapon. This Ross Sandino, he's a newer artist. don't know much about him, but I was just smitten by this cover. I'm a big Kickstarter fan. I like when they throw out young artists or artists you haven't seen before, or don't have a big bunch of things, and they throw out some cool covers. But this one's out there, and it's still open. It's still open in Kickstarter. I know some artists just catch my eye a certain way. Luana Vecchio caught my eye that way. Jasmine Darnell catches my eye that way. And this guy's cover just caught my eye that way. I was like, this guy needs to be doing work, and I need to be purchasing that work on a regular basis. So that's what I got for Tops and Tails this week. For our comic reviews, Bruce gave us quite a bevy of books. 5 is a lot for when Bruce isn't here. But Bruce gave us lots of homework, so we'll work through them. Kaido 1984. I love Usagi Yojimbo. I thought for Usagi Yojimbo book that's not all Stan Sakai stuff. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed the art inside. It was just, I don't know. Usagi Yojimbo books are just fun. I just feel them to be just fun, enjoyable reads, and I enjoyed this.
I really like the art in this book a lot.
The art was really good.
Yeah, it's almost like watercolor with hard lines, you know.
Yeah,
but more of like an oil painting.
I'm a sucker when a book has solid interiors, because when I see a really good cover on a book, and the covers on these are fun and great as well, and then I open it up and then the interior art is like phoned in, I get really pissed off.
Yeah, because you're more apt to give a book a chance if the art is good. You know,
yeah,
you'd be like, the story was okay, but I really like the art, so I'll give it another shot. But if the art is ass and the story is ass, it's gonna.
It's kind of a
fun over your shoulder.
It's kind of a fun little story. Like, I like the art though a lot. I thought the art was pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, just in that first page with the panels where there's the fight in the elevator behind. It's just cute little things where there's some attention to detail, and somebody's not just phoning in undone backgrounds and phoned in art.
I thought it was funny they had to push start the car for their getaway car. They had to push start it.
I used to have to do that with my friend's Volkswagen all the time.
Yeah, they did really well with the imagery, making it look like 84 as well. So that was cool.
Yeah. And I think there's a Miami Vice homage cover coming up as well as a variant. So this will be fun. Like I said, Usagi books, they always come out. They always do something interesting. They always have some fun covers. Art inside's pretty decent, and the reads are decent. Did you read this one, Mama? I don't think we have any audio on Mama Bear. No. Like I said, I give this one a thumbs up as just kind of a fun read. It's most of the series for Usagi don't go too long, so they're normally short run series anyway. So I'm sure I'll probably stick with it.
Yeah, the art grabbed me, but there wasn't really much of a plot going on here, so I didn't really. No, I wasn't invested too heavy. Aside from their cars, I'm apparently invested heavily in their cars, like Matt. Though I gotta tell you that, like, what was that? A RX 280? What did they try to give him? That thing was cool.
Looked like a little Datsun.
Yeah, right.
It's a Usagi. It was a light read. I thought it was okay. It was okay. Next up on the list, we had A Quiet Place. This was one that I had no interest in. I didn't like the fact that, okay, it's A Quiet Place, so how are they going to have dialogue in it? Oh, we're just going to give you more dialogue than you could ever want in the first half of the book, and then cut off the dialogue for the second part of the book.
Yeah, they gave you a Tootsie Roll here for sure.
I wasn't overwhelmed with I get it. You're not going to be talking later in the book. That doesn't mean you have to give me a novella in the first, 12 pages of the book.
And there was no need to like do the back and forth with time. Like if you're going to blow the bridges up, blow the bridges up. I don't need to see into the future now where your sister is obviously a badass and we don't know why. So whatever.
Yeah, it's just, some of these Carry On movie titles. It's like I enjoyed the first movie. After that, I was just kind of like, I just don't care. I get it.
This is the kind of stuff I want from Walking Dead, though. Like side stories of people you don't know from that universe that are still tied to it. Like that's what the kind of stuff I want from that. And I kind of got that from this a little bit.
I really wasn't into the movies, so this one's kind of lost on me.
Yeah, I just didn't. And I was like, okay, are they just going to keep doing it back and forth now, so that they can have dialogue in the book?
Because after the part where her daughter, after they told her not to give him that damn space shuttle, give it to him. I'm like, no, I'm done with this movie.
Yeah. So I mean, this one didn't do it for me. I guess if you're a big fan of the movie series and you want that additional, side lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The worst part was they sent the little girl out to get water. The adults were so scared. They sent like a little 5-year-old girl to get water, dude. I was like, this is messed up, bro. Sent the lamb to slaughter.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but yeah. Next up, we have our second installment of the Exorcism series with the Exorcism at Buckingham Palace. Now, as someone who read the first series, or at least the first handful of issues of the first series, and then was like, I can't keep reading this. This sucks. I thought this was significantly better than the original series, because the original series, the interiors were so dark. Every panel was so dark unnecessarily.
Like
I understood
Department of Truth sometimes.
When you have like a demonic panel or something like that, and everything's real dark, I was like, okay, I get it. But it was like every single panel was super dark in the original series. It was hard to tell what was going on, and I wasn't a huge fan of the interiors on it. And the story meandered a lot in the first series. This, I thought this was the setup was fine. Do I care enough to probably keep reading it? Probably not. But it wasn't bad. I'm not going to say it was a bad book. It did. It had a decent setup, the way I want to see a setup. It introduced all of the characters comfortably enough that I understood who everybody was for the most part, and kind of left you with, okay, here's where we're going to go.
I like the setup and all, but then the book just kept going and going, and I was like, how many pages is this damn thing?
Yeah, it really did like oversaturate the explanations.
Yeah,
it could have simplified it a lot. I didn't read the first one, but I wasn't lost. Coming in like
the first one did the same thing a lot. There was just a lot of unnecessary banter.
There's not a lot of trust with the reader. They're not letting you go somewhere. They're forcing you to know these things. Like, you need to know this, so we're going to tell you.
Yeah. Normally, like in the first one, what they could normally probably have handled in three panels, they would drag out for 4 or 5 panels.
That's
and
rough,
you're like, okay,
man.
why did I have or 4 or 5 pages? And I'm like, why did I have that 4 or 5 pages? What does that really add? Is there really something in there that's that important that I must read?
So what's the end game with this? You read the first one. I'm a little lost. It seems like the demon thing took the boat down with the prince and princess on it, and now the guy that is like heavily susceptible to the demon is next in line to be king.
Yeah. So I don't know whether it's going to be that boat was taken down, he becomes next in line, then he gets possessed, or the others come back and they're possessed, and he becomes more of the hero in it.
It was kind of influencing him to start drinking again, because he was like alcoholic. And so, like, I guess it's gonna be kind of like that, kind of like Amityville. You know how the dad kept getting meaner and meaner. The more like the spirits overtook him. That's why I got a feel it's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, I like the premise, but like, I think maybe they explain. I don't know, man.
To explain a little, it felt like a long book.
Yeah,
Unnecessary.
It did. It felt like a 32 pager or more.
Like when I got through,
Almost a 48. How many was
it was
this?
like 40 some pages, and like when I got to about page 32, I'm like, is this a graphic novel or is this a?
That's when you start looking at the page number. You're like,
yeah,
God damn.
But,
they probably could have edited it down a bit. I mean, I think they gave you somewhat of an interesting premise to start with, and then I'm guessing they'll kind of curveball where it goes. But in terms of at least knowing the players
goes though, is it just like a demon having control over power? I don't understand
pretty much
the premise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much that's where it's probably going to go.
Okay, that makes a little more sense then, because they don't really hint at that at all. They just kind of, it's in the background type deal.
Yeah,
but I guess I should have read the first series.
Nah, not really. I mean, yeah, maybe, but it was so dark. It was, and I don't mean dark in terms of imagery, physical color. The panels were too dark to understand what was going on in half the panels.
Like you just can't see anything.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it was unnecessary. It was in stuff that didn't need to be dark.
You don't need to set a mood in a comic. I have a light on behind me, dude. It's not dark in my room.
And I'm okay. I'm okay if they want to do it to shift the mood in the comic all of a sudden, but it wasn't. It was just all dark. I was like,
you're like, what am I looking at here?
Yeah, I was like, I can't see this, and especially if you read digitally, sometimes it's just like I don't understand what's going on. Everything's too small. So, Exorcism at Buckingham Palace, number 1. Maybe read number 2, see where it goes. Maybe not.
If it's that long, oh man, jeez.
Yeah, it might be one where I give number 2 a try to see if it catches a hook and has a path, and if it doesn't, I'm like I'm done. I've invested it.
I got like halfway through it and I was like, this is a lot of dialogue. I had to go back to the cover. I was like, is this Tinian or not, dude? There's so
Tinian's
much
dialogue is normally pretty good though. It's normally purposeful.
It probably would have been doubled in this though.
Yeah, true. So next up on our list, there's
the boat right there.
Some of our interiors. I keep forget we had those in there. Yeah, it wasn't horribly. You had some dark panels, some that weren't, but
yeah, like that bottom one, like I can't really tell what's going on there.
Yeah, that would be considered a light panel from considering the first series. Yeah, so all right, next up on the list, the Hunter Biden story. That's all. That's the only way I can explain this book.
That was exactly what I thought, dude. The laptop, the drugs, his dad,
the painting.
This book was and painting with his penis. Yeah, I was like, whatever.
I was like, so okay, so this is if Hunter Biden got sent to Area 52 to do work.
Exactly, right? You're like, let's sweep Biden Jr. under the rug here.
But I mean, it wasn't even like
his dad was even like.
It wasn't even on the. I mean, it was blatant.
It really was.
But then he says, and I happen to sell my laptop to a Proud Boy. So like he kind of he was selling paintings that he done with his penis in the book.
Sorry, Mama.
And
Mama. We weren't getting any we weren't getting any dialogue from you there, or any audio from you. So I apologize, Mama.
Talk over you, if you know. But I don't know, man. It's kind of quirky and weird. And I call it the Mad Cave style, though, right? So. I kind of thought it was cool because I like all that Area 51 stuff, and so I don't know.
Well, I mean, I kind of got like one thing, and it's like, oh, laptop, oh yeah, and I was like, oh, they're just going to throw kind of in a one joke to be like, oh, this guy's kind of like a fuck up, but then they just kept throwing direct references to Hunter Biden in this book. Yeah. I mean, it was just. Literal direct references pretty much, and I'm like, oh.
It almost made me want to look up how his mom died, because they talk about his mom and his sister got ran over by a car or something.
They were in a car wreck, which is how Biden's family originally died.
Dude, this was way too much.
And
I don't like
his
that.
Brother being in the military
and having cancer.
Yeah, it's all they just like we're just like copy everything Joe Biden's bio. But I'm surprised they didn't call him Sleepy Jack or something.
So, yeah, I
yes,
mean,
Bruce.
They made funny jokes, but it was just like I'm not overly finding it funny because like to drop one joke to kind of be like, oh, this is kind of who this guy is one thing. To drop like 7 or 8 kind of direct references, including the family getting killed, the brother. I'm like, why are they doing this?
And then it's even with this guy here with the gun. It's like, oh, we stole this gun from Liefeld, and then later you got one stolen from Rads, or I can't remember what the name was, but it's like they're taking direct things from reality, and trying to shove them into this comic and make them funny, and it's just not funny.
Yeah, I
don't know. I kind of enjoyed some of it, but like, so I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like the Area 51 kind of thing,
Well, yeah, when the alien comes and saves him and stuff, but like getting to that point was kind of brutal.
It was. I just did not understand why. Why? It's like why do you make that many direct references to a real person in real life?
Yeah, that was quite the illustrious backstory for a character too.
Yeah, so, and they threw it all in like within the first 10, 12 pages. It's all thrown at you there.
Well,
I like Mama's comment.
Do you think this is going to be one of those indies that jumped up and is going to just drop immediately now after everybody read it? They're like,
is this are people specking on this book?
Yeah, there are people specking on it.
Blew up.
No way. They're not reading. They're not reading anything.
It's sold out. It's sold out everywhere.
And I just don't understand. Like, I didn't understand. Like, I was thrown off by. I was like, "Who is this trying to appeal to?"
Yeah, right.
And I couldn't understand that. I was like, "Okay, like, are you making a political statement, and is this supposed to appeal to people on the left? Because I don't understand how that would work." And I was like, "You're definitely not trying to appeal to people on the right."
Yeah, they did the crap with the book too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for all actors that don't give a crap about none of it. I don't know. Supposedly.
Yeah, it is. It's 3 times over cover on the Bay.
Are you kidding me?
No,
yes, he's a drug addict who's a failed painter who lost some of his family members in a car wreck. Has a brother who's a veteran who's on
had nothing. Cancer. The only thing he had to get money was a laptop he had to trade in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't buy that. Well, they kind of changed that part because didn't Hunter like send his in to get repaired or something?
Yeah, but it was enough on the nose.
Yeah.
That it was like, oh, okay. And when that first happened, I was like, okay, whatever. That's a funny little reference, whatever.
It was more right leaning, to be honest with you, because all these references that like Hunter Biden and like, so I don't know.
But he's the hero. I mean, in theory, he's the hero of the series, right? I mean, he's your protagonist, not your antagonist.
He's not much of a hero, though.
Yeah, which is weird because, like, after all that, like, even with his dad being in a position of power, why would they put him into something that's so like Men in Black? That Men in Black look for the best of the best. They don't look for the scummiest of scummy. You know what I mean? Like, how would this guy be granted so much access to all this stuff? That kind of irritated me because I like to think logically, you know.
I guess as much as running an oil company in the Ukraine. So,
well, yeah, I guess. Well, fuck it. Reality is better than my logic, I guess. Huh? God damn.
But yeah, I just didn't understand where they were going with this, and just like
Bruce is right. They misspelled swerve, dude. I was like, what the hell? This says swivvy.
Yeah.
Grammatical errors in a comic book. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fucking shit all over you for that because you have 3 people that should be seeing that: the guy that's putting it in the bubble, the guy that's editing it, and then the fucking printer. Dude, come on.
And the editor.
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
Yeah, it was. You'll give
I give it like a so-so. Like I gave it a so-so because, and the only reason I said I liked it because of the alien stuff.
I mean,
the alien stuff doesn't redeem it, I guess.
I mean, I don't
you
know.
What? The next issue might, Matt. It really might. If we can get away from all this Hunter Biden reference and all that crap, it could redeem the book if they actually delve into the plot a little bit, Because I don't know what's going on. Why is this guy here with the big gun? Why did the alien have to save him? They don't tell you any of that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm looking at it as like, okay, is this just basically being set up to be some type of redemption story? The old story of a fuck up that gets thrown into something important and has to grow up.
What's the Rick Remender one where the guy takes he thinks it's heroin, but it's like a super serum soldier crap. Damn it, what is that called? The Scumbag, I think, or something like that. This book reminds me of that, where he gets like superpowers and he is just like the scummiest person alive, and they have to try to convince him to save the world.
What's weird about it is I don't think he's really being heroic. He's just trying to fix his fuck up. So he's not really doing it as good as his heart. He knows if he don't do it, his ass is grass. So
yeah, but the way those things turn, where the reluctant fuck up becomes the reluctant hero, becomes the
Jamie Lannister. Hero. Jamie Lannister is the modern epitome of the character development. The
Still
whole bad guy becoming good. Yeah, I know that. Like the first scene, he fucks his sister and shoves a kid out a window, tries to kill him, and by the last scene of the show, he's like the favorite hero. It's like what a turn. Jeez.
Crazy.
I still didn't like him. Sorry.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I want to read any more of this book.
For free, I will.
Yeah, part of me is curious where it goes.
Yeah,
based on what they've given me. But I don't know.
Part of me has to know. Like, it can't just be about Hunter Biden, right? I have to know what it's really about. Come on, give me story. Give me some substance.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something weird though. I would like to have been in that pitch meeting for this,
right?
The editor.
This was definitely a Kirkman. Yeah, it's about aliens. It's definitely not about.
Just ignore the 8 direct references to Hunter Biden in the book, and worry about Area 51 and aliens.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
So I don't know. Next up on the list was Dork. I read this. I have not really been reading Dork. It's not the kind of book that really catches my attention too much, but it was a cute book. It's a fun little. They're fun reads.
Yeah,
the characters are fun.
A fun read.
It's interesting.
It's definitely fun. I don't think it's worth all the hype. I think it's just a fun book, and there's a lot of books out there that are just as fun and have never gotten any recognition, to be honest.
I'd rather read Canto. That's
I just watched the first episode of it's Chicken Fighter. It's a new anime on Hulu. They only got one episode. And while I was reading this book, that was all I could think of was Chicken Fighter, because of this stupid little headless chicken that's following him around.
Like I said, it's a cute book. It's a cute, fun book, and it's a cute, fun little read. I'm okay with that. There's a place for books like this, and that's fine.
It's like Twig on a PG-13 level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Twig was PG. This is PG-13.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's fine. It's fun. There's a place for it. Is it like $100-$200 book?
Not yet. I could see it. If they did a nice movie with this, I could see it like getting about halfway to where Shrek is. You know what I mean? And kind of that child's fame and lore. Like, it is fun. I will give it that. It is a lot of fun, and it has a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, it would be a fun animated series.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I would watch the cartoon, but I really don't. I don't know. I missed the first issue, so I don't know what's going on. So I can't really tell you much.
He is. It's prophesied that he is going to end all the. It's prophesied that he's going to do something, so everybody wants to kill him, because he's a half dwarf, half orc, and it's prophesied that a talking shield wielding dork is going to do something, and so everybody's trying to kill him.
Oh, okay.
Don't get too excited.
That's pretty much it. And then Adventures Abound. Yeah.
I didn't read this one because I hadn't read issue 1, so I can't really say anything.
Like I said, it's a cute book. They're easy reads. They're definitely not hard reads, which is nice.
Even though it was an easy read, it still felt a little long.
It did feel a little long,
like page wise. I don't know if it was just, I don't know.
And the art's fun. The art's good.
And he died. Dork died, dude. That kind of blew me away. I was like, what? Wait a minute. I thought this was like a long series. He's dead? What the hell?
He's already dead?
He died, dude. They see all these little guys with swords. So they're time swords. And when they stab you, it takes a little bit of time away from you. And they like all shanked him. And he turns into this old man. And it like his hand turns to dust as he drops the shield.
Yeah, well,
Well,
see where it goes, I guess.
It's over.
It's gonna go somewhere. It's gonna go somewhere. Like I said, it's a fun book. I'm sure there are people that are.
I know, Mama.
I hear people that are
trying to make everybody scared. We're trying to spread rumors here. This is Bruce's show, after all. But yes, the headless chicken is the star. I do feel like he is the star right now.
Yes, you need your comic relief. Every Mando needs his Grogu.
Well, I like some boneless chicken, but yeah.
But he possesses somebody, and they're like, "Oh, he's smart now." They're like, "Yeah, he has blood flow into his brain finally." That was funny.
So I think, was that the 5th book? I think that was the 5th. Was that the 5th book? Yes, that was the 5th book. So on to SPEC.
Man, Aquaman's a creeper. Okay.
I made sure he was. He knows his place. So Bruce has given us some books that were at one point hot. Bruce, you're in the chat. Let me know what list these came from and what date. So Bruce gives us a bunch of books to look at that at one point were hot, and we kind of see where they're at now, which is always a good little grounding, bring you back to earth. Things that were hot at one point don't stay hot all the time. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they completely collapse. So Lois and Clark, number 8. Last sale $5 at the end of January of this year. You had a CGC 9.8 high of $400 during COVID mania in 2021. Last CGC 9.8 sale was $80 in November of 2025. Hey, there's Superboy's cape for the first time. Is that something you want to spec on? I don't know. Not something I want to spec on. But,
hey, Joe, do you have a gif of Wile E. Coyote falling off a cliff?
Yeah.
That's what the book did.
I mean, outfit spec. I don't know. It's a cute cover, interesting story.
I like the cover.
Yeah, it's decent cover. There's a version of this as well.
I would pay
and you're right, Bruce. It was a great series, and these are from around 2016 in terms of lists. So we're talking books that were hot 10 years ago.
I would say I would pay $5 for the cover just to check it out and read it. I never got to read it. I heard good things.
If you want the first appearance of Superboy's cape, okay, there you go. You can have it for $5. Not specking on them. Next up, Batman Superman 32. Last sale was $3. 9.8 high in 2016 was $135. Last 9.8 sale, a painful $23 in 2024.
Okay.
I have no clue why this was popular. I was not reading comic books back at this time. Nor was I collecting most of these types of books.
No,
so I don't know whatever made this hot to begin with.
Spec on it? What's the spec on it?
I have no clue what the spec. I have spec on a lot of the other books in here. I don't have any spec on this because I did not choose to give this book the time of day. So I was like, last sale $3. That spec couldn't have been too good. But get a lot of fun characters you like.
I mean, the cover's cool.
First Kong Kennen, whatever the hell that means.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the Asian Superman. Okay, there you go. So you got an Asian Superman in there.
This is the Pepsi Superman. He's got a Pepsi symbol, dude.
You got the Pepsi logo?
Yeah, I swear.
I guess. Well, if he's Korean, maybe that would make sense. It could look like that a little bit. So yeah, I guess that was the spec that was not very long lived because even those 9.8 highs weren't that big of a deal in 2016. So if you want your first Asian Superman, you can have it for $3. Now we have
Nice.
our little Wolverine. This could be one of the dumbest specs, I think, out there. So last sale on this was $8 on 3/11/2026. Great run filler. Fun series. I love the original volume of Wolverine. It's just the kid in me loves the original volume. If you want a test tube that says X here says 23 on it, and that's what you're specking on, okay, because that's what this spec is.
Dude, I still the worst.
That's what this spec is.
I hate this one so much.
You're specking on a test tube of yeesh. That's
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you had a 9.8 high of $178 in 2021, but everything was ridiculous during COVID anyway. Last 9.8 sale was $60, which is still surprising that it's over the cost to slab that book.
Yeah,
for a slab on it, but sure. I mean, if you're a really big X-23 fan and you want to know what she looked like before she was in a person form, sure.
It's all right. I already have this book. I have like almost that whole run.
But yeah, this was a weird one. This was some weird spec. Flash, cool. 138, first Black Flash.
Okay.
Last sale, $26. Not bad. The end of February. 9.8 high, 245 back in 2023. Last 9.8 sale of $80. I have no problem with Speedster spec.
Yeah, it can come back around anytime, really.
Yeah,
Flash is one of those characters, dude, that Superman spec I don't care about, but Flash maybe a little bit more.
Those speedsters tend to reappear.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. It's held up okay. I think $26 on a Black Flash first appearance isn't too bad for a middle of the run.
I'm not the biggest Flash fan, but it's a cool cover.
Yeah, and like I said, speedsters. People like their speedsters.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the Flash in the Justice League cartoon more than the one in the comic books.
Hey, we got Incredible Hulk Annual 6. Last sale, $26. 9.8 high in 2025 of $480. Last CGC 9.8 sale of $300. Mainly because this book is probably banged up to all hell if you're finding it in the wild. I have a feeling it probably drops quite precipitously in value once you go down that grade range in terms of slabs.
What happened to this book that was significant?
Isn't this her?
So if you're a fan of him, maybe you'll like her, even though he comes out as a him-ish Paragon, who comes out as a him and later as a her. So yeah, that's what you got here.
Yeah,
so,
there's a Perez cover of her that's a lot better than this one.
Yeah. So if you like people coming out of weird beehive looking things, and you like your cosmic universe,
I like seeing Hulk throw big rocks. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And you got your Stephen Strange in this book as well. doing his surgery work. You know, it's a book. Like, would I buy it for $6 if I saw it in decent shape? Yeah, I'd probably throw it in the stack. Why not? Am I going to go out and buy a 9.8 for $300? No, I am not. I'm not doing that.
That's not that bad of a drop, though. Well, actually, yeah, it is. It's only 3 months. I was thinking from 2016 to now. I was like, that's not that bad, but no, 3 months. Wow, that's
yeah. Like I say, and you never know with some of these sales. Some people will put these books up for auction, start super low. Nobody knows what the shit this book is.
Well,
I mean, unless you're really putting that in the description, and even if you are putting in the description, most people don't give a shit anyway. I think it's one thing if you're like, oh, this is the him, this is the first Adam Warlock. Okay, that's a thing.
And the sale in August there, it could be somebody just overpaying for it.
true.
It could be.
They did hint at her being in like future Marvel, right?
Yeah.
The end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think they showed her, or they said they were going to make her.
People love betting on Marvel spec for some dumb reason of characters that Marvel doesn't give two shits about.
Characters are cool. The stories are ass.
It's like, you know, the way Marvel is, it's like, oh yeah, this character might show up. They're a minor character. They're not a major character. They're not. Her isn't going to go carry a movie by herself.
No.
You know, so it's like, you know, that spec's going to wear off pretty fast. Next up on here, we have a nice little cover of Steve Rogers' Captain America, #1, the 1 in 50. Not an easy to find book. Beautiful Greg Hildebrandt cover. And, you know, everyone loves a Captain America punching a Hitler cover.
You can't get enough of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And last sale, $100. CGC 9.8 highs. Same book, 175. It's a fun cover. Hildebrandt's no longer with us. So if you're a Hildebrandt collector, if you're a cap collector, I know you, Matt, you're a big cap collector there, Matt.
Yeah.
It's a good classic Captain America cover.
I've never seen this one. I'm going to have to probably find it now.
It is not an easily findable book. I'm not going to say it's a ghost per se, but it's not one you can hop on eBay and find at any time.
Is this the Hell Hydra series?
Matt, is this? I'm not reading any Marvel so. Captain America.
That trade, Steve Rogers trade makes me think of it.
I think it was. I think it came out like 2016 or 17. Yeah, it's the when he was like a Hydra sleeper agent.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember the Captain America Steve Rogers. Yeah. Yeah, this is the same time when Sam Wilson was. They passed the mantle to him, and they decided to do this. This is I like this cover, but I did not like what they did to my Captain America in this series.
That is fair.
Yeah,
that is.
Well, he was just a clone, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Always an easy way out. Time travel.
The famous Marvel workaround. Yep.
Clone or time travel.
Hey, Marvel take your DC, it's either a clone or they've traveled in time, or there was a crisis on Infinite Earths.
Or if you're an X-Men, we just keep bringing you back to life magically.
That's right. We'll just keep bringing you back to life. Death does not matter anymore. Look, I love the John Hickman run. That was my only complaint. Was like, there's no high stakes because Wolverine died. Well,
if the Cuckoos died, though, then I think you couldn't bring anybody back, right?
Probably.
Because I think it relied on the Cuckoo sisters.
Threw Sabretooth in. That did a number on him.
Throw him into the belly of the beast, Krakoa.
Yeah.
And they called it hell.
Oh, God. I just want to forget about those times. Next up on the list, Divinity #1, the 1 in 40. Last sale, $300. CGC 9.8 high in 2019 of $340. Last sale, 2023 of $339. Lovely Valiant book. Ghost.
That's shocking to me because that's like Harbinger money. Harbinger 1 money, you know?
There supposedly is only 350 of these printed.
Oh, okay.
This is one of
1
the
in
shortest
40.
printed Valiant books out there. So that's what kind of sparked a lot of the heat. But yeah, there's supposedly only 350 of them out there. So
Did you know if you tore the covers off of all of them, they'd look the same?
yeah. Yeah. I got a stack of Torox laying around here somewhere.
Well, this looks like really not dropped though, has it? Look, you see.
No.
No. It is.
Nothing.
It's a ghost book. Ghost books always do well because they don't come up very often, and if they do come up, there's probably somebody out there that is looking for it. So they will sell.
Yeah,
That's
Mom,
okay,
about
guys,
to have a phone now. There always seems to be one of me around.
Think I'm a clone now.
Next up, we have the Deadly Class #1, the variant. Last sale $50. Good luck finding that sale. CGC 9.8 high. It's also the last CGC 9.8 high of $100 in 2018. This is another book that's very hard to come by. I'm guessing people will just you have a chance if it comes up for somebody to spend up on it. What can you say about books that don't come up very often? People love Deadly Class. A lot of the Deadly Class books are still dirt cheap, but there are a handful that do go for a bit of money. And again, they don't come up very often. Like I said, this book, again, good luck finding it. If you find it, it's one of those rarities. It's not one that'll never come up, but it's not something you can easily be like, hey, I want to go get that book right now, like a lot of stuff on eBay. And you can find it and then see where it falls with people offering it. This is one of those ones where it comes up. There's probably only one that's up, and somebody might bid it up because they finally want to get their hands on it. Still one of the best series.
This is that kind of book you find in the wild, and you're like, "Ooh,
yes,
ooh, wow, this is
yeah, this shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be here
yeah.
at all.
You don't belong here."
Please. The good thing is like it's something. The fun thing about books like this is when you find a book like this in an LCS and it's like not marked or they want to look it up at the counter, it's hard to try to find a price point on it. Because you could try to go to last sales and you don't even find much on eBay in terms of last sales. You don't really find anything currently out there to even ballpark it at. So hopefully they'll just be like, oh, it was marked $5. Here you go.
Or you just hit them with the $30. I found that $30 is like just high enough for the LCS owner to be like, that's enough for me, and just low enough for me to be like, that's not too high.
I could swing that. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. Next up on our list, we got Hillbilly by Eric Powell.
Oh, dude.
Beautiful book. Again, last sale. This is kind of one of those indies that's out there off of a small publisher that had a little heat behind it. So last sale, $30 is not bad for a book that came out 10 years ago.
For a raw?
I'm not even going to complain about a $100 or even the $90 sale. I don't know who's buying this book slab nowadays, but I don't know, the art's cool. I mean, if you're a fan, I have no clue what a 9.8 would go for now. But based on a last sale of 30, 90 might not be that far off from where it might still sell. 75 to 90 maybe. So, interesting book. Not a book I ever read, but it's a lot of indies I never read. Cool cover.
Right? There's so many.
And Once Our Land. This shows you why COVID is bad. CGC 9.8 high of 277. Last sale of this book was in 2024 for $5. The last 9.8 sale was in 2025 for $25. So, little word to the wise about indies.
I just flipped through my to read boxes, and this one's in there.
Yeah. And again, so many indies are fantastic reads. And sometimes it's really hard to separate because there's things that people spec on. I'm like, I never want to read this shit. And there's so many things that, didn't go anywhere that I'm like, I absolutely love this book. And there's going to be like me and 7 people that really enjoyed this book and loved it. And it's never going to be worth a dime, but I don't care because I loved it. That's kind of the problem with indies sometimes. I just try to avoid a lot of the crazy heat spec on indies because most indies have a very short rope in terms of being hot.
You'll get 1 and 2, and then you won't be able to find 3, and you'll be irritated.
Yeah. And it's one of that's the world of indies. It kind of is what it is. So I believe this was the last book on our list. So I think it is time to that was last week's. So it is time to Bruce's choice this week. Oh, I'm gonna loosen up here because I didn't really look at them this week, even though I had the deck put together. I did not really give close attention to these. So let's do his Flaming Hot Covers. All right. So Bruce chooses these books. I take no responsibility for what Bruce has chosen. Number 2. Dead Teenagers number 1, the Caitlin Yarsky incentive. I'll take a pretty woman homage any day of the week. I'm fine with that. This will be another one where people will be grabbing at the indies. It's been out there in previews for a long time.
Yeah, I ordered this one. I just like movie homages,
Yes.
So I really enjoy that kind of, like, you got the tentacle getting ready to grab her date. So, are we going to do is it over under? Or are we going to have how many DC?
Yeah, I guess we could do Bruce's over under if we want in terms of Spears and DC covers. So how many of these 10 books that Bruce chose will be DC and or Mark Spears covers this week?
Oh, and I got to add Mark Spears.
I'm going with 5. I'm going with 5 this week, I think.
Yeah, I've been going with 5 a lot lately. It's just kind of a middle of the road. We haven't been hit with a ton of Spears. Although I did pick up the 3D cover with the 3D glasses because I'm a sucker for 3D glasses.
Oh, the Frankenstein in the theater. Yeah, I got the Killer Clowns one.
And then I buy any one that has any seductively dressed woman on it. All right, so I don't know. I didn't spec on Dead Teenagers. It's just there's only so many books I can pre-order and keep within a reasonable budget from month to month. When I hit about $500 for the month in terms of my pre-orders, I'm just kind of like I'm at where I'm at. I probably went a little heavy on some ratios the past couple months. So while I liked some of the covers on this, I knew it was something that if I probably throw in a box, I probably wouldn't end up reading it. So I skipped it, but there is heat behind it, and it's probably going to be another one of those double cover price on Wednesday drop day. So we will see where it goes.
Yeah, I ordered all 3 A, B, C. I ordered A, B, and C. I don't know. I figured it's something I thought was interesting because I came of age in the 90s, and so I was like, well, this is interesting because it's a bunch of people reliving their prom from the 90s. It sounds kind of like a nightmare if you think about it. So
yeah, I remember my prom, and I remember having sex in a Toyota Camry. That's all I remember about my prom, and that's all I want to remember about my prom. All right, coming up, number 9. And the Life number 2, the Tyler Boss variant. Fun book. I'm happy Vertigo's back. That makes me very happy that Vertigo is back. I like that they're putting out some fun titles. The thing about Vertigo, Vertigo put out a ton of titles when Vertigo was there. A lot of them I did not like at all. A lot of them I absolutely loved, but I love that they were they would give them a little bit of rope and let them run and get a story out and have some interesting stuff that kind of falls outside of the mainstream. And the series was fun. The issue 1 was fun. It was laughs.
I don't know about this cover though, Bruce. What the hell? Bruce must be seeing something we're not seeing.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this cover, but I do enjoy the book.
I thought it was hilarious, personally.
I do enjoy the book, though, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Next up at number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder Woman 31. This, I remember seeing this book like 3 months ago in the previews, and everyone was talking about it, so I'm not surprised this is on the list.
Right. The evil queen Disney vibes going on there.
Yeah, it's a hot cover on a Wonder Woman book. Yes.
I kind of like it. It's kind of hot in a dominatrix kind of way.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with I'm enjoying Absolute Wonder Woman more than regular Wonder Woman title. But
cover by for sure.
Yeah, but there will definitely be people picking this up on a cover buy. All right, let's get to 7.
Okay.
Absolute Flash 13. We got the Tommaso cover. It's nice, I guess. It's kind of cool.
I like the I kind of like the as an art perspective though, like the shadowing and the light coming into the window. It's kind of a cool cover. I like Tommaso anyway, so
it's a great. I mean, it's definitely a cool cover. I Absolute Flash. I kind of fell off of Absolute Flash. I only have like this much room in my brain for Absolute, so I kind of pick and choose the lane that I want to be in for Absolute stuff. So I really haven't been keeping up with Absolute Flash. But it's a cool cover. It's a cool cover. All right, let's see what we got up for number 7. Superman Unlimited 11. It's a Rocket Lynn. I love Rocket Lynn covers. They're fun. It's a fun cover.
It's kind of anime.
That's right. Rocket Lynn stuff is that style.
Is that Ellis?
That's what it looks like. So I'm not reading Superman Unlimited at all.
I was. I quit. It's just got to be too disjointed.
Yeah, I don't need a ton of Superman titles at the same time. I rarely want to read one Superman title, let alone multiple Superman titles.
The best Superman right now is I like Absolute Superman, but Joshua Williamson's Superman, he's been really rocking and rolling on it.
Yeah, and like when I get World's Finest stuff like that, that's always fun.
It gives me One Punch Man vibes.
It does. It does have One Punch Man vibes.
That's a good point.
But yeah, people that are collecting Roger Lynn stuff will probably pick it up. But outside of that, yeah. Coming in at number 5, we have Catwoman 85, the Scott Forbes variant. Catwoman just keeps cranking out cool covers.
Yeah, they really do. They've been pretty reliable, actually, since number 1. Shoot.
Yeah.
They've had Prison, they've had Germ, they've had...
Fuamora was doing all the A covers
like
for the longest time.
A great run.
I like the way with these types of this or like a Poison Ivy. I like the way they'll let a decent artist they won't phone in the A covers. They'll have a solid artist doing A covers. And they'll let them run for a handful of issues with the A covers, and then you'll get some ratios from a cool person, and then they swap it up a little bit, but they let somebody cook for a few issues, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I dig it.
Forbes is nice. Forbes has his style, and I enjoy it. I can't believe Catwoman is at issue 85.
It's not bad, man. It's a pretty good read, surprisingly.
It's surprising any book anymore that they let go this far numerically in issue runs. Normally they'll try to reboot it or do something, but I'm glad just let books run. Just let them run.
Yeah.
All right, turning that corner. Bruce has given us the Lee Bermejo variant on Lobo #1.
Yes, sir. Them Dolphins, baby.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I love Bermejo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool Lobo covers. There's going to be a lot of cool Lobo covers. So
I like how they kept the Lobo trade from the first series.
Yeah, it is a good trade. And I like God bless DC for their love of a minimal trade dress.
Yeah, it's always good.
I mean, some books look cool. Like I love Vampirella books with trade dress because I think the Vampirella trade dress looks cool on the book.
Yeah,
And there's some trade dresses that just make a book look cool, and I prefer it. But with these books, especially DC books, I love that they do a minimal trade dress, so you can just kind of enjoy it without me having to take it out of the bag and flip it on the back to remember what issue it was.
And then they put the variant artist or just the cover artist right there into the barcode. Like that was brilliant. That's probably one of the best changes they've made in a long time.
I wish they would bring back the box corner art though.
It would be, but like I said, DC has done a lot of things right in the past handful of years. I still wish they would go back to the old, hey, here's your A cover, here's your B cardstock cover, and here's your C cover, which is a 1 in 25, and that's what you get.
Well, I meant the box corner. I meant more like Marvel should do it. I'm talking about Marvel usually. I like what DC's doing with their.
And it's $1 more for cardstock plus you get cover A. Like you can't beat that really. Like usually it was $1 more and you don't get anything else.
And it was simple. And it was just it was a very simple. It's like, okay, I know there's going to be 3 covers, and that's great. Do I want to pony up for a ratio? I don't know. Maybe not. But hey, I really like this cardstock cover. I'm willing to pay an extra $1 for a cardstock cover. Or hey, I just want the A cover. It's reasonable. I'll just pick that.
I also like the added bonus that they put the artist name on the barcode, so I don't have to go.
Like I said, DC has done a lot of things right in the past few years. Good on you, DC, and good on you, Lee Bermejo, for the Lobo 1 cover. Coming in at number 3, Bruce's love for DC knows no bounds. Deathstroke #1, the Panosian variant. It's cool. I love Panosian. I'm always going to be a sucker for a Panosian cover. It's a Deathstroke cover. I'm always going to be a sucker for a decent Deathstroke cover. I can't complain about this book at all.
Heavy DC this week. We got 7.
Yeah, he went hard.
Oh man, I lost. I voted 3.
I did that 5. I'm already over.
But it's a good book. It's like I said, it's hard for me to turn away a Panosian cover.
That's a dope cover too.
It's nice.
Yeah, Slade over Wade.
Coming in at number 2. Yeah. Coming in at number 2. Hey, can never have enough Deathstroke. How about the Eom cover? I will always be happy with Eom. I'm always happy to see a cheesecake artist cross the bridge into the mainstream comic world and do covers for mainstream comics that aren't, toned down cheesecake covers, that are actual just regular comic covers.
I like it.
And I love the fact that he still does filthy covers.
Like we can't see the bottom half of that guy, so you never know.
Yeah, he might be in half. Might be in half. So that's a cool cover. And coming in at big number 1 this week. Stefan Sejic variant on Batman, Batwoman number 1. I will correct your typo there, Bruce. There's a lot of fun Batwoman covers. Batwoman covers are always hot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're always hot.
This is the one I ordered. I might get the Corona one too, but this one right here is, this was it. Just, but it's not a man, it's a woman, baby. Yeah.
Am I tripping, or is that a new Batwoman symbol? Didn't it used to be like
it kind of looks new,
squattier and tighter? It looks like cartoonish.
Yeah, it feels a little looser. But yeah, there's a lot of good covers on that, and
Segic's
probably
great.
see we're going to see some MegaCon variants of that as well. So yeah, get a Batwoman series. That's fun. Sometimes you need to, you have a little break from Barbara for a while, and then get all your Batwoman in, and then you get your Barbara back. Go back to our Batgirl. So good list this week, Bruce. Very, very DC top heavy, but that's okay. We'll give you a break this week.
Well, like 100% Lunch said in the chat, there wasn't a lot of like Marvel offerings this week, really, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. DC has just some heat behind it with some of the titles.
Yeah, absolutely. No pun intended.
All right, so here's your MegaCon preview, kids. If you want to know some of the books that are coming for MegaCon, I'm sure this is not a complete list. I only have so much time and energy to put books together to try to find con exclusives, which is not easy, by the way. To try to go and find all the con exclusives that are MegaCon exclusives. This is my 30-second rant on exclusives and con exclusives. I don't know what the fuck anything is anymore, because all of these online stores have MegaCon exclusive, but it's really just a store exclusive that they're selling beforehand that they might have at MegaCon as well. Or is it just a store exclusive that they're going to also sell at MegaCon? What is a con exclusive anymore? I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. So
you can't even trust print run numbers either. They'll be like, oh, limited to 300.
Yeah. There's 300.
Okay. Yeah, we printed 3,000, but this is the 300 run right here.
Here's the 300, and then watch us sell 400 of them on Whatnot, and then there'll be more at MegaCon.
Yeah, that's
good time.
When you feel like I was talking about that show about it last week with like Absolute stuff. I think it was Absolute Wonder Woman, and they had like, oh, we're going to have like it was like 15 exclusives coming out. I'm like, oh, they Absolute. Crazy jumped the shark because now everybody's trying to get all the exclusives out for con season.
It's not like
it's going to die down interest, but I'm just saying everybody's caught on now. Everybody's wanting to get everything absolute.
Well, the other problem I have looking for stuff is like half of these exclusives are like multi-store exclusives.
Yeah.
Or you got one shop selling somebody else's exclusive, so it's just like.
Yeah,
I'm not going to 70 sites and looking for this shit and trying to figure out what's what. But nonetheless, I got 60 slides here of con exclusives that will be available at MegaCon, and it's probably just half because they'll probably come out with another 60 to 100 this week that'll end up being there.
And
so
we'll probably get all of them.
I wouldn't be surprised. Scott's Collectibles has a fun Simmons connecting cover there for Absolute Batman 18. You got a Bjorn Barons Lobo 1, which I actually like. I've sort of soured on Barons a bit just because it feels a little mechanical at times. It just doesn't have enough life in it sometimes, but I do really like this Lobo cover. It was pretty sharp. Like
you're taking a picture of a 3D rendering?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Scott's Collectibles will also have this wonderful Dan Katana, Something is Killing the Children variant as well. His Something the Killing Children variants are always crazy wonderful. Katana is insane. it's one of the best out there in terms of just really cool covers. Knights, these are all Night of Comics exclusives. So there's some Silent Night out there. If you want a little K-pop Demon Hunter out there, you can get that as well. There's Pop Kill. If you can look in between the tits, there's a Pop Kill. Nice Street Fighter Darkstalkers exclusive out there as well. There's a beautiful Vampirella Sozomica cover. I didn't put every variant of these. So there's kind of a blued shade cover as well. I'm not putting out every single one. That's just the way it works.
He's in the middle of something.
That's what it's for. Hey, we like to look at pretty things. I like to look at pretty things.
Vampirella one's like, it's getting kind of hot in here. Is it me?
But I'm very partial to my Vampirella. I have a lot of Vampirella stuff. I love Vampirella stuff. I'm really in love with the way certain people draw Vampirella. And Sozomica just does that kind of dirty 70s feel of a Vampirella that I love.
I like that border around it. That is, I don't know, something about borders like that really suck it in for me. I really like that.
It feels like that could be a cover on an old Warren magazine for Vampirella, and I love that. That makes me happy. You had a little Fame solo leveling. If you're into buying those Fame books, have fun with that. You got a White Sky variant as well. So for all you White Sky fans, if that thing is still hot, I don't know. It was hot coming out of the gate. Will it still be hot in a week or two? I don't know. But you can pick up a nice little exclusive there, limited edition. Some more K-pop Demon Hunters. We have a nice little Snake Eyes.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's on the Homophiles, the Real American Hero Homophiles edition.
Well, I need to call Nerdy. Like, hey, bro.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
That's pretty dope.
Of course, more Street Fighter Darkstalkers. Yep. Hey, that's what Ickpot's for. Ickpot makes them large and doesn't hide that he makes them large.
Somebody get a spray bottle out over here at Cali.
Hey, this is what they're offering, kids. I'm just the reporter.
Trying to keep it a family show.
Trying.
Oh, Witchblade.
Yeah, you got a Witchblade variant out there as well. You got several covers of that Sonya Reborn 5 cover as well, different color variants of it. You're going to see a lot of Exquisite Corpses stuff out there as well. Nice Suspiria Baroness cover. Limited to $750, I believe.
Yeah, Nerdy, if you're listening, give me a copy of that. I'll pay you back.
All them G.I. Joes, right?
Damn right.
Fire. Damn.
Big Dex actually has 12 Gun Honey exclusives. So there's 12 covers. There's a lot. Godtail has a lot of exclusives. So if you're a Godtail fan, you have a lot of exclusives to be able to pick up.
If all the nuns in Catholic churches like that, I would be Catholic.
I was born and raised Catholic. Let me tell you, I've never seen nuns like that.
Yeah, I definitely want to atone. That's right.
Probably look like the penguin in Blues Brothers, usually, right?
I would have taken those beatings a little more happily. They look like that. But there is a fun Selena. I do love Selena. So there's a Selena cover in there. Anna Kathy's been doing a lot of work lately, which is fun. There is a Suspiria cover in there.
Nice.
Again, you got a bunch of Godtail covers, which are fun. A nice Carla Cone.
Damn.
Like I said, the Suspiria is nice, and yeah, you got a Jay Ferguson in there as well. That is not a cosplay cover. That is Jay Ferguson. He is that good.
This is turning the Kingdom of Nerds after dark.
Hey, it's almost 10 o'clock.
That's not a photo cover?
That is not a photo cover. That's Jay Ferguson. Yeah. Big Dex
Oh,
also
that's
has
sick.
a nice Asperia pop kill cover.
I
You
like
can get
that one a lot.
some Darth Maul exclusives if you want. You have a nice Godtail cover on Vampy.
Good old Jang gang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jang
I like that
always
pop kill.
Jang always hits up the concert pretty good.
They
with
are
exclusives.
milking that pop kill for everything they can.
Oh, they definitely are. But I do love that Suspiria cover. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's a nice cover.
Big Dex also, whether all of these are actually con exclusives or not, I don't know. They're exclusives. They're selling them at the con. Some say MegaCon, some don't. I don't know. You can buy them on Whatnot. You can buy them, I don't fucking know how any of it works anymore. It's confusing. But you got some Zerdy there for your Superman, Spider-Man, and your Amazing Spider-Man. Everyone loves Zerdy. You got a Godtail cover on an Amazing Spider-Man book. That's fun. I love Godtail. I like the way he draws stuff. It's kind of fun. And you got a Carla Cone there on the Catwoman as well. Big Deck's not holding back. You got an Edgecuria cover on Amazing Spider-Man, which is nice. It's a nice little Gwen and Black Cat cover. Granted, I never want to read about her band again, ever in a book, because those were the worst books ever. But it's a fun cover. You got a Twilight Zone cover. Twilight Zone has had some fun covers. The Francavilla covers are fun. You have I believe this is an Alan Qua foil variant for Lobo one. I can't tell you who did the Supergirl one on the back because I was too lazy to do titles for every single one of these books.
It gives me Michael Turner
Oh, it's a
vibes,
song,
like in a modern, like a very modernized Michael Turner.
Yeah, it's Sorasung on the far right, I believe.
Okay.
It did that Supergirl. I like to challenge myself by not putting who did these and see if I can remember things after putting these together. Normally it's easier when I put them together and do it on Friday versus having to have a weekend to let me forget. So you got your Spider-Man / Venom, the Death Spiral cover. I forget whether that's Bjorn Barron's cover or not, but it sure looks like
nice Spider-Man 1 homage. And what was it? X-Men 100 homage.
Yep. You'll get your Invincibles, and then of course you got your is this Miko Suyan, I believe, did the Deadpool one at the end.
It definitely looks like Miko.
Yeah, I believe it is. Except Big Dex has a lot of stuff. There is that hot Vampy cover from Eom. Again, Eom. He's
Yum.
He's handling both sides of that fence. He'll give you your Deathstroke standing there with the sword and blood, and he'll still give you the damp, sexy women. I like
the way he uses tan.
Yes.
Like old school Frazetta type.
Yes.
They
They always look damp in Eom's things. The hair always looks wet. I'm okay with it. I think the Batman in the middle is an Alan Qua as well. He has a few books coming. AC Pop Comics is having a Something is Killing the Children blind bag. There will be 18 variations, including a Virgin tier limited to 425, foil tier limited 375. Special editions include glow in the dark, gold foil, bloody spot foil, Virgin, and only one trade dress cover. So,
of course, it's going to be fine. Of course,
how many is Bruce buying?
I think these are pricey too. They're not cheap. But there are Eom covers, Tyler Kirkham, Alan Qua covers. The Dan Quintana is my favorite cover of the con. Will Shrike, who doesn't get a ton of work, but man, his stuff is really, really good. And Santiago da Silva as well. And they are pretty. That second one there is the Dan Quintana cover, which I think is just fucking stunning. I love the Eom as well, but the Dan Quintana cover is just his work to me is just it's otherworldly. It's when I see it, I'm like, okay, nobody else is doing that.
It has like that classic, like Renaissance feel to it, man.
Yeah, there's
like
not a
Yeah,
rendering.
there's a depth. There's a depth. His work has a depth to it, which I don't get out of a lot of other things. But yeah, then the Will Shrike one is on the far right. He does a lot of just really cool pencil sketch work, which is really great. Like I said, there's all of your Something is Killing the Children exclusives in those blind bags. I'm not a huge blind bag fan, but there's some pretty good stuff in this one.
I got a half a short box of Mark Spears Monsters and Wolves that says I'm not buying like a bunch of blind bags anymore. I'll buy one. That's it.
I'm okay with a cheap blind bag. If you want to give me something under $10 as a blind bag, okay, I'll buy one, maybe two.
I'm going to get the Daredevil.
When it's like, this is a $75 blind bag, I'm like,
have you seen?
I really want that book, but I'll just wait.
They're a blind bag of 3, and it's like $9.99, and you get 2 virgins in it, and one's a foil. It's like, that's probably the best blind bag I've seen in a long freaking time.
Yeah. Unlike some of the Dynamite ones that I purchased recently, where it's like, oh, here's a virgin cover of a cover that's already out there. Oh, and here's a blank cover. I'm like, oh, thanks. That's great. That's just what I needed. We got an Eom Absolute Batman cover with your Poison Ivy on there as well. There'll be no lack of Absolute Batman covers out there.
I don't think they gave him the character design.
And absolute, like they're going to have plenty of Absolute Poison Ivy covers.
Oh yes, little John Jang again on the Invincible. The Absolute Batman there with the Joker is Dave Wilkins, which is pretty badass.
Okay. Enya Lee.
Yeah, it's in Huck Lee on the that third one over there, and then John Jang on the end for the Absolute Batman.
I like the Batman Jang, but that Incredibles one or Invincible one is a little bit muddy.
I'm glad I'm not in Orlando.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not in Orlando, where I would be broke.
Yes, dude. And then trying to get signatures too.
Yeah, I know, right?
And these are all from, I think, Big Time Collectibles. You have a Dork variant as well there. You got another Battle Beast. God, I forget the guy that does the little Ghibli type art.
Yeah.
I can't remember his damn name.
Now, Joe, the BTC ones will be on their website as well, probably.
Yeah. Most of these are available to see, if not purchase, on their websites.
Yeah, only one of these is by a different artist, right? The Lee Bermejo, and then the other 3 are the same guy.
I don't know if he did the Dork or not.
The signatures are all the same.
I think he did. Yeah. Yes, he did.
They're all the same. Yeah.
I'm getting the Bermejo if I had a choice.
Yeah.
Bermejo's
going to get one of those, I guess.
You got a Darth Maul there as well.
Damn.
You got another Absolute Batman. The Transformers ones are cool.
That Devastator.
That's the one.
Yeah, the Devastator one is badass.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the Steranko Hulk annual.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you know what? Also, it's like, you know how they got the graph like paper behind it, like thing. It reminds me of the old packaging of the Transformer toys. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, that's what it is. I was trying to figure out what my brain was trying to tell me, and Matt nailed it. God damn.
Yeah, but those are nice. I like the Transformers ones. Those are pretty badass.
Oh.
You got Natalie Sanders on the Supergirl. That's nice.
Well,
you got Ben Oliver on the Poison Ivy.
She's got a poison dart frog on her finger.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're getting a Godtail, another Godtail cover on Absolute Batman.
That is not very cool.
Popular. He's got like 10 covers in these.
Yeah, he has a ton. Another Natalie Sanders on the Harley Quinn 58. It's just Natalie Sanders just kills it all the time. It's a good cover.
Yeah, that one's excellent.
For all you Shohei Ohtani fans, there is a Shohei Ohtani book. There's 2 copies of this.
Does it have a gambling
baseball card?
Does it have a degenerate gambler variant too?
Hey, that was just his manager. That wasn't him.
Yeah.
Sure.
So these are from East Side Comics. They also have this nice little double set here, John Yang, which is nice because it also has the figure card as well.
Dude, that's so dope.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Nerdy, are you listening? We need some help here.
Matt's got a list.
Yeah.
And then you can grab a little foil of the Absolute Batman there as well.
That's
That was
kinda cool.
a tight dog, huh, Terry?
But, yeah, to the old detective back, I think. Or Batman issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a nice little throwback. Now, these are the ones that I believe are the official Orlando MegaCon exclusives that the con lists on their site as their exclusives. So you do have a Justice League New Frontier, which is a great book. I would probably pick that up if I was there. You got another great Invincible. You got the one half of the Simmons that we saw before from Scott Collectibles from the connecting cover. We got, I think this is a Jock cover on Batman: The Killing Joke.
Oh, yeah.
We got a little Death of Superman, which is a fun little cover. There's your Bjorn Barron's Lobo again. Again, it's so weird going to these sites. It's like, what is your exclusive? Is this a real exclusive? Is this a store exclusive? Can I only get this at the con? Are you selling it on Whatnot beforehand? Are you selling this on your site? Is this,
Man, that one's an homage to the Curio. Like, that's not been done a lot. Huh?
No, I know. There's forever. I do like the Frank Cho Harley Quinn Elvira cover.
Yeah.
I will always take a Frank Cho cover any day of the
one.
week. It's good.
Yeah. Cho's been killing it on the Harley Elvira, but Linsner's been killing it too.
Yeah. They're made for that. They can crank that stuff out like that. See, then you got here's your little twofers there. That's a little splat. That's a little splat on the Punisher there. That is some Stephen Platt on the Punisher.
Ooh, that's Splat. Hell yeah!
Yep.
Finally got to meet that guy last year. Cool dude.
He's probably still inking a cover from 1988.
Well, I mean, when you have more detail than the Sistine Chapel,
need more hash marks. Need more hash marks. I love Platt. I love it. His art just brings me back to a time when I loved weird comics as a kid.
90s AF is what I see.
Yes.
Got all the cross hatching.
Yeah. It's
white him out, and it looks like Moon Knight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Punisher cover is cool. It's a cool cover. It's nice. It's like the only Punisher.
It's an homage to the Zek cover too,
it's
right?
a throwback.
Yes.
It's like definitely the Zek cover.
Or like a swipe. I guess you call it a cover swipe.
Yeah.
The back of the background is fantastic as well. It's a fun cover. And if you're a Platt fan,
is that his family behind him? That's pretty messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Dang, it is, ain't it?
That would be.
It is.
And is this a Crane? Was that Darth Maul a Crane?
I can't remember, even though if it was a Crane, I thought I would see his. I know he has one out there. I'm trying to look at the signature on the bottom. I believe it is.
Just all the white outlining makes me think Crane. He's like the only one who does white outlining.
I do believe it is. But I'm sure you can get a 7-color signature on it if you want.
Heck yeah. Just keep him away from your wife.
Oh my God, poor G.I. Joe.
You got a little Batman. I believe it's Dan Mora cover on the Batman exclusive. Never going to complain about Dan Mora cover.
Turn my camera off. I can't look at all these G.I. Joes about one of them.
I think this is a Cal New.
Dude,
that's the G.I. Joe.
The Deathstroke sword. You see that?
Oh yeah, it is. There it is down there. Oh yeah,
dude.
Nice, good eyes. The G.I. Joe one is pretty sweet, but I'm a sucker for a Baroness cover. And then you're going to throw Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow on there as well. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're killing me.
Which one do you like better? Do you like the Joe Sunburst or do you like that red?
I like the classic Sunburst, like the toy packaging myself.
Yeah. I am a sucker for the Sunburst. The kid in me wants the Sunburst for GI Joe.
It's just like you said with the Transformers, Matt. It just
it scratches that
tickles
nostalgia.
your brain a little. Yeah, dude.
The nostalgia is a hell of a drug. It's an expensive drug too, and dangerous.
Yep.
They also have some more Absolute Batman covers. We got a Stitch cover. I believe this is a Merca and Dolphin cover on Stitch. So if you're a Merca fan or a Stitch fan like our friend Dom, got that. You got a little, you know you were going to get your art germ pose.
But it looks like every other art germ book ever made, dude. I'm sorry, but I'm tired.
Arch your back and put your hand on your hip.
Yeah, bro, change the record. God damn.
Yeah, I'm burned out too, dude.
And you do have the Jim Lee Batman Hush exclusive.
Will this come out before?
Yeah.
They're still waiting on that. And they act like they're already talking about Hush 3. I was like, you need to finish Hush 2 before you start thinking about
no,
3, Jim.
The finale won't be until 2027.
What?
Yes.
They just, basically, you think Zdarsky's like, you told me to leave the run for this, and you can't even get it done. Thanks a lot.
Way to shit.
Yeah. It's a good
but
thing the
nonetheless,
president's
it's
on
a
the
Jim
book.
Lee exclusive, so people will be hunting it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I believe that the Fantastic Four one, I think that's an Alan Qua, which I love that cover. I think that's just an awesome fucking cover.
That gets homaged a lot now, and I don't even know where the original one is, because there's a Deadpool, there's a Wolverine, there's a couple of Image comics that did it too. Even the first appearance of Null is like this.
Yes. It's kind of. I mean, could I turn it and make it a Venom 3 homage? I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the Fantastic Four one's a nice one. If you're a Fantastic Four collector, but it's just cool cover in general. And then of course, let's finish off with these ones with another John Jang.
Oh yeah, Jang Gang.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Wolverine face on there, but
yeah, sometimes when it has like that 3D effect look to it, I don't really care for it.
It fucks with my rods and cones a little too much sometimes.
Yeah,
I have
put on
problems.
some red and greens, red and blues or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Raphael, the Turtle Collector. We appreciate it, buddy. You will have some Beachside Hobbies has some Dork exclusives as well.
Okay, so we got the
Dork needs.
It's a Conan homage, Hulk 340 homage, and Akira homage.
Correct.
Okay.
They also have a couple of Invincibles. The DK Ryan on the far right there of Adam Eve is a beautiful book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Omni-Man it's kind of Rob Liefeld-esque, isn't it?
Yeah, it's giving me Daniel Warren Johnson vibe.
Yeah,
a bit. But the Adam Eve is a winner, and I'm a sucker for an all pink background on a book.
Yeah,
sometimes.
dude, I am too.
You do not get them very often, and when the art is cool and it looks, it's a winner.
Especially if it's a good pink, like it's not some
Yeah.
flat soft pink like those hard sharp ones.
So Comic Mint has a bunch of stuff. So again, you can have another Dork exclusive. There's a nice TMNT 15 exclusive there. Not bad.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
You got Invincible 1 there. Since those are going to be, there's going to be more damn Invincible 1s. Like I'm never going to be able to go to League of Comic Geeks and look at Invincible 1 to see all the covers without having to like scroll down 3 pages worth of shit.
Yeah.
There's a nice Natalie Sanders Pop Kill. Got another Exquisite Corpses there. Another
That's
Pop
nice.
Kills Valentine's seasonal flavors.
Those are all nice, actually.
You know, I got all those seasonal ones in it. Oh, Lord.
And they got all the Silent Nights, which I guess Silent Night it was a Kickstarter originally, so I guess it's coming out open order now. So you got some previews and some exclusives there. Same with Unholy Nightmare. Sometimes you need a cosplay cover. Why not? And if you're looking for your Will Jack, there's your Vampirella Will Jack exclusive for MEGACON. Because everyone's waiting for some Will Jack big titty nymph exclusive at a con.
Yeah.
I got my Poison Ivy Will Jack. I'm happy.
Yeah. Let's see. Strange Tales to Collect has a nice little Nakayama Adam Eve. Has a nice something to killing children. You get a few battle beasts there as well. Pick your poison. You got a Shannon Mare, something is killing the children. You got a Spot Foil. I don't know. I guess this is probably Harley 58. I think that's a Sora Song cover as well. And you got a nice foil cover for Invincible as well. Reminds me of that Flash cover.
It's another Akira homage, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It reminds me of the Flash cover where he's dragging him bloody across, but yeah, it's basically an homage with no motorcycle.
Yeah.
You're also going to get the Aftermath. Apparently, might have a book there, a little Greg Bow action for all you Greg Bow fans out there, and a John Gallagher cover as well.
A lot of foods at MEGACON, apparently.
That's what we like. Let's see. Comics Club Cave has a nice something is killing the children there. We got a history of hip hop with the Ryan Brown cover. I'm never going to complain about ODB being on the cover. I don't buy a lot. I'll buy the Czarface books because I love Czarface, and I will normally buy most Wu-Tang type comic books. So ODB,
I like the back wall.
I might find myself a copy of this.
Wu-Tang for the
All the
children.
record covers on the back wall. That's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah. There's a small soldiers because this is Orbit History of Movies, which I guess is like Fame, which I guess is like Tidal Wave, which I guess is like all that other bullshit.
Nice Hulk 181 homage.
You got the Amazing Pocket Monsters. So I guess if you're looking for something that's kind of a Pokemon ripoff, there's one of those. The Witch AB. All of these are like Tidal Wave type titles. And you have Monsters, but it's not really Monsters. It's Orbit Monsters. Yeah. So it's not
nice,
Bat Monsters.
Nice Lethal Protector homage, though.
Yeah.
It is.
Even the lettering is done like Venom. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is neither Mark Spears Monsters nor Universe Monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Holy.
Yeah, that Batwoman is quite nice. I'm trying to remember who did it, but I can't remember. But these are through God, I can't even read who the hell the shop was that had this, because I put red on red like an idiot.
FSMS.
It's FAM's
Fortress.
Yeah.
FAM's Fortress.
But yeah, you get a DCKO exclusive. It's kind of fun for all you DCKO fans. And of course, yeah, it's Kirkham. It's kind of battle damage, I guess. It's the pose.
Dude, the pose is so played out.
They keep going to that well.
Everybody does it though. Like he has an exclusive for 100 indies with that same damn pose, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And 100 variants of that one.
Yeah.
I think it's Fam's Fortress. It's with an F there, Sticks, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, what else we got? Oh, Comic Sketch Art has yet another Godtail. There's your another
like
Poison
that one.
Ivy. And you get an Absolute Superman one as well.
Cool, Hawkman.
Yeah, I like Hawkman.
Ooh, Bash.
And they have a Rose Besh by Batwoman. So for all you Besh fans out there, Besh is like Maria Wolf for me.
Mhm.
It's like
Look at the way
I
she
will
did
see
the
it,
symbol.
yeah, all the way up the shoulder.
That's badass.
Like I said, Besh and Maria Wolf are the same for me. Sometimes I will see a cover, I'll be like, I absolutely adore this cover, and then I'll see a cover and be like, I don't know what the fuck this is. There's
Damn it,
rarely in betweens for me. And I have a lot of Rose Besh stuff, and I like a lot of Rose Besh stuff, but sometimes it's a little too cluttered or a little too busy for me. This
when
is
her
nice.
background messes in with the wardrobe
Yeah.
type deal. Yeah.
No Moss Comics has a Exquisite Corpses exclusive there, has a couple of them, as well as a what was the name of the book? Shit, the one in the middle. It's the one that just came out that I already showed an exclusive for that I can't remember the name of.
White
it. It was
Sky?
hot. Yes, or white, yes, whatever the hell it's called anymore. That's how many indies are out there that I can't remember anymore.
That Battle Beast was insane.
Exquisite, yeah. Sorry, that is a Battle Beast one. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Goddamn.
Is that Ryan Brown?
I can't remember for the life of me who did it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Ryan Brown, but like I said, I was not copying and pasting names and putting them in all these covers. I figure I'll show you a picture and show you who it's from. You guys can do some work yourselves.
Yeah,
Who it's from is most important.
So many covers here.
Yeah.
He
Well,
said,
there's
"Did you say
Exquisite
90?"
Corpse. I have 60 pages of stuff here, which means I have 3 to 4 covers a page, and they're still releasing exclusives for the con. You do have an Exquisite Corpses body bag, black bag for Death Over Decaf Comics. So you have some fun covers in there. There's a Jamie Tyndall cover. There's 3 Jamie Tyndall covers in there, which is interesting to have Tyndall covers on Exquisite Corpses book. But I like the black and white of the Tyndall a lot. The Ivan Tao is probably my favorite cover out of the blind bag on the far left.
Yeah.
And you have a few versions of the rabbit there as well in color and black and white. And the one on the far right, I believe it's Pearl. So, a lot for all you Exquisite Corpses fans. And Carnivore Comics did not leave us wanting for any Carla Cone or Lucio Perillo covers, because Carla and Lucio knock it out with their Harley covers and Wonder Woman covers, Supergirl covers, and Poison Ivy covers. I'm starting to get to the point where sometimes I can't always tell the difference between Perillo and Cones, but 1 and 3 are Perillo, 2 and 4 are Carla.
If it looks more like Matina, then I guess it's Perillo.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if it looks a little bit more like cartoony or germ, I go Carla when I'm guessing.
They're getting very close though in a lot of their covers.
Dude, these are fire. Gosh.
Yeah, they're all good
Carla's
covers.
especially.
And anytime like Catwoman is fantastic. The Harley is great. So you got Perillo on the outsides and Carla on the insides there.
I feel like Perillo really missed the opportunity to have Jokerfish there instead of koi.
Yes.
Or not even koi, whatever, goldfish.
But it was like I said, they're every con where they're together and are putting out a chunk of exclusives. they're always pretty good. If you can't get them all, you can't be disappointed if you just end up getting one or two of them, because they're all really good. There's not really a bad one.
I really like that Batman Catwoman one. That was awesome.
And Carla did quite a nice Invincible.
Dude, she outdid herself on this one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I think a lot of people.
Yeah, the detail, the texture, the depth.
Yeah, like I said, she's getting to the point where it's going to be hard to tell her and Perillo apart.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with this one, because she's losing that like art germ cartoony feel, getting into that realism.
And I mean, they're married, so they're working together all the time, and
oh dang,
yeah,
so they're tipping each other off on how to, yeah. This is a all red situation going on, huh?
I love it though. I'll take it. I'm happy. I've always loved Carla's work and Perillo's, and having them both together, putting out this much work is always fun. Let's see, we got a handful of other previews coming out. I just kind of lumped all these in for some weird stuff that was coming out. So you got some Invincibles, you got another Eom in there for the Poison Ivy. You have a Momoko on the Moon Knight, on Mark Spector Moon Knight. I think this is the only Momoko that I saw that was out there.
Who did that other Ivy? They look like they actually got a little bit of the character design, because everybody else has just done a straight Ivy with
yeah, I can't remember for the life of me who did this other Ivy. That's the other problem. Finding half of these, half the time they don't even show who the artist is.
The Michael Merritt one was really kind of
weak. The first one.
It's like it looks oddly, but it's not oddly. And then what's the deal with the background?
Yeah, I guess that's his face. Yeah, I don't know.
In what, a Tyler Christopher way, or what? What are we doing?
Yeah. It's a non-negative space, negative space, not negative space. Let's see. I think that's another. I think that might be an Exquisite Corpses on the far left. This is a Davis Rider, the second one on Dracula Black and White for Universal Monsters. You have a Comic Tom doing Transformers cover for your Optimus. You got a nice little Nakayama RC cover there on the far right. And as we wind down, I forget who did that Battle Beasts one there.
It's getting kind of like I feel like we're on a Lord of the Rings like quest now. They get to
it's a quest, and the thing is, why I do these the week before is like there's no way I'm going to do them the week of, because there's way too many, and all new stuff comes out. So I'm like, hey, at least you kind of can see what's out there now, and then can focus on the new stuff that's coming out. I don't have to do it all.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of need that Fox and the Hound homage, dude.
The Exquisite Corpses ones are fun. There are definitely some fun ones there for Exquisite Corpses. I think those are in the blind bags.
That David Mack is pretty sick too.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually, I don't know. I don't think that's Mac.
Isn't that his signature down there?
Mac. I thought it was too, but it is. It looks like the Chinese stamp.
It's not Peach, is it?
It's not Mac. Oh, God, I can't remember who it is. Like when it's Friday and these are fresh in my head, I can remember things, but I'm like, fuck, 2 days have passed. I'm done. I'll always take a little Vampirella. Whenever I get Vampirella covers, I'm happy. I don't care how tame they are, common they are. You got a Carla Cone, Something is Killing the Children there as well. You got a Suspiria on Exquisite Corpses. I think that one's through Hive. And you got your Virgin Hues. If you want the Virgin cover of that Black Cat as a con exclusive. I always feel that's kind of a cheap, shitty way out of stop giving me an existing cover and just taking the trade dress off and calling it exclusive. But people will chase it because it's a Hughes cover.
Said it's with the Corpus one. I really like it. It looks like a movie poster or something.
Yeah, it looks like a little VHS box. I think that one's through Hive, but yeah, it's a Suspiria cover. We love Suspiria. So that's what we have, kids. that's your rundown of everything I could come up with up till Friday of exclusives for MegaCon. I know they're still dropping, but hopefully you can go back and reference some of these if you like to see, if you're heading down to MegaCon or want to look for them. And I'm sure there'll probably be another 60 to 100 that'll come out this week. That'll be just as hot that people will want to chase. So that is what we got for this week, kids. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow Bruce over at Kingdom of Nerds _ on the IG and over there on X at Bruce_1. Please like and subscribe up to Kingdom of Nerds. What do you all have going on this week, guys? On the interwebs.
I have to be on I'm on Pop Culture Philosopher's channel tomorrow night again at 9:00. We're reviewing the 1977 George Romero film Martin. It's pretty disturbing, but it's interesting. We're doing movies about madness. It's called March Madness. So, and then Tuesday, for my comic conversation show, my guest will be Randy from Swarm of Comics. He's a YouTuber. He's got a pretty cool collection. He's also in a heavy metal band called Swarm of Eyes. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. So that'll be at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And then March Madness continues Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be reviewing The Devil's Rejects, directed by Rob Zombie.
Oh, wonderful. People say I look like Sid Haig.
You get a little American.
G.I. Joe issue 14. Well, me and Jeff will be reviewing that. Probably comes out Wednesday or Tuesday.
Nice. Is that the first Destro? Is that the first kid?
It's the first full appearance because he's in shadow like twice. They never show his face until now, but like it's kind of like that Hulk thing to me. You know, 180, 181, but like it doesn't show his face until this one, and then you got first. It was definitely his first cover appearance. So
yeah, it's a good one. Good one. What do you got coming up, Cal?
Nothing much. Friday, I'll be on Dan's Comics Corner doing Gotham City Lights podcast. We're doing a 20th episode special on The Killing Joke. If you guys want to come check it out, it's 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. That's about it.
And I, as always, will be on Fridays on Renovision for the Qualified at 9:30. I have no clue what our topic will be this week because I normally don't come up with it till somewhere in the middle of the week. The nice thing is I got the rest of the show filled out with all the other segments because we couldn't do our show this week because both myself and Jedi lost power and internet on Friday. So, two very important things to try to stream a show is having electricity and internet connectivity. So thank you all for joining us this week. I'm trying to keep Bruce's seat warm. I'm trying my best. I will continue to try my best as long as Bruce needs me to. So until then, I guess we will see you all next week.